Yo, what's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your homie's back right now with a theatrical review for 69.
69.
Now, this movie stars Kylo Ren and Ariana Greenblatt, and it was written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Now, this movie is following Adam Driver's character as he's leaving his homeworld on a 2-year mission to deliver some cryogenically frozen people somewhere, and for some reason, for some large amount of money that's supposed to help him find a cure for his daughter's illness? I don't really know, because they don't really go that deep into it. All right, moving on. So, about a year into his mission, he encounters a dense asteroid field that causes catastrophic damage to his ship. But hold up, because this ain't just any asteroid field in all of the known universe. This particular asteroid field happens to be rolling with the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. And if you haven't guessed by now, the planet that Adam Driver must crash land on happens to be Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Wow. Selective outrage.
Now they go down in a blaze of glory, and once the crash is all said and done, he discovers that the entire cargo of frozen humans is all dead, except for one little girl. Now this little girl doesn't speak any English, but I can promise you this, it's not going to be much trouble at all for them to communicate when it matters most. Now once they're free from the crash, they fumble around on this, to them, foreign planet for a little while, as if they're not even in a time-sensitive situation or there's animals of some kind that can kill them. Now over the next day or so, him and this little girl develop a companionship and a trust as they get to know each other a little bit better, and they seem to be making it right to where they need to be with not much trouble at all, considering the circumstances that they're in. And of course, as we saw in the trailers, along the way they are going to fight off a dinosaur or two, some vicious ass, strong ass, fast as hell ass dinosaurs or two, without much trouble at all. But again, even though they don't know where they are, they don't have any food, they don't even speak the same language. One is a grown-ass man past his prime with ambiguous training skills, and she's a 5th grader. But somehow this unlikely duo will be able to accomplish each task in a timely fashion 100% of the time.
That was easy.
Now if I was forced right here and right now to sum up my initial thoughts as soon as I came up out of that theater, I'd probably have to say,
It stinks.
but for those of us out there who don't base our viewing options in life on generalizations, let me break down why I say that. Now, first off, I will say that I do think that the story was cool. I mean, think about it. 2 people crash on Earth during the prehistoric era. Yo, that sounds like fun and entertainment. The problem I have with this is that this man's ship took on so much damage in space to get knocked out of space, then sustain more damage as it crash lands on a prehistoric Earth, and then get mo effed up when the dinosaurs actually start messing with it. Now I remember back in the day when I shared a car with my mom. It was an 84 Buick LeSabre to be specific. And on one occasion on my way home from school, the water pump broke, and a crackhead helped me roll it off the side of the street. No lie, that really happened. Now that's gonna come back up later, but right now, where we at? So, we in trouble. We don't really got the money right now to fix this particular issue. And we knew that if we didn't get it fixed, it was gonna be no driving to school for me and no driving to work for her, and that was gonna be a problem. So because we were hurting for money at the time, in desperation, I go to that crackhead and say, yo, can you help me out? Now I know what you're thinking, Jay Green, why the hell would you go to a crackhead thinking he gonna be able to fix an 84 Buick LeSabre? Let me tell you why. Because when this fool helped me roll that thing off the road, his sales pitch on how he could fix it was amazing, and you probably would have made the same bad decisions that I did. Needless to say, there was more damage to our car after this fool had put his hands on it, and this thing was straight up out of commission. The point is, I'm calling BS on this man's ship being able to sustain that much catastrophic damage in space, mind you, to crash on Earth only to be able to be revived by the end of the film and then fly out of our atmosphere. Now, you and I have seen many movies where 2 of the people that we're watching throughout the entire film have to accomplish some crazy task or navigate their situation in the best way possible, but either one of them has some sort of limiting factor that makes their communication, their working together, that much more challenging. And most of the time, if done right, that struggle between our 2 leads leads to more suspense and more excitement by the end of the film when they finally accomplish whatever it is they were trying to do. But this only actually works if you really take the time to develop each of these characters, their abilities or lack thereof, and how they actually work through it together in a realistic way. In this film, 1 minute Adam is desperately trying to explain things to this little girl with hand gestures, body language, facial expressions, sounds from his hands, like you name it. Towards the end of the film, and remember, this is only like a day or two at best, but towards the end of the film, he's explaining like detailed radar schematics and readouts to this chick on a holographic situation, and she like, okay, got it, like no problem. Because I'm sitting there thinking like, wait, hold up, I thought this girl didn't speak any English. Come on, my G, what you got, Rosetta Stone? Now, I'm not gonna front. The movie makes this chick out to almost be like the smartest 5th grader ever in history. Swear to God, like even towards the end of the film, not only are they speaking like almost fluently, but she like helps him start his ship somehow. Like how the F do you know how this damn ship works? You was asleep the whole trip.
It stinks.
Hold up, don't let me go off track. But again, let me remind you, we're on Earth in a time when
everything on this planet has evolved to kill humans.
Which is where my next issue with this film comes from. You see, all of these dinosaurs on this planet, remember, they know the terrain, they understand the weather, and they strong as hell, fast as hell. And somehow, whenever these
meat-eating Metosauruses
are after retired Kylo Ren and discount Daphne Keene, they always manage to fight them off or outrun them literally with like no sweat. One thing that I liked about this film that it does actually set up real danger and stakes for our characters, but then it handles them in the same way that the Fast and the Furious franchise handles physics, like they don't exist. Which definitely had me rolling my eyes throughout like the entire film. If I had to sum this movie up, or at least where it got its inspiration, I would say that it's After Earth, Armageddon, and the last 5 Jurassic Park films all rolled into one. I'll say that the strengths of this film clearly lie within the dangerous adventure on Earth. And it was because of the ferocious ass nature of these dinosaurs that I actually enjoyed a lot of these action sequences even better than the last couple of Jurassic Park films. Now I make the comparison to the action sequences of the last few Jurassic Park films because of the fact is those action sequences and what they're doing in those films is costing upwards to like 100 to like 180 million each film. And in this movie, it's coming in at a modest budget of like 45 million. So the fact that they were able to give me action sequences that felt great. They felt tension filled when you're in them, right? They felt like the stakes were there, the dinosaurs were there, the look, the ferociousness, you felt it. Sound design was great, the look was great. Pretty comparable to some of the Jurassic Park films. I'm like, for what this movie was giving us and what it was showing us, I think they spent it well in comparison. In the end of the day, what would have really brought this one home for me, given the subject matter, Earth, prehistoric era, that's fly as hell, is if it would have had a better script and deeper character development. Because I feel like if we had that, that would have probably impacted the fun, emotion, and adventure just a lot more. Look, y'all, I can't really send you to the theater for this one. I would say probably check it out on streaming in about 2 days or so. Yo, thank you for watching to the end of the video. Do your homie a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.